Welcome to my channel. I'm Gary Wiryawan, and today I want to talk about why I don't want to become a professional photographer. Let's go! So in this video, I will talk about why I don't want to become a professional photographer. What I mean by becoming a professional photographer is essentially to do photography for a paying client. I still want to do photography for side hustle, for like what I'm doing in my YouTube videos, or if I'm making a photography course in the future, but I just don't want to do it for a paying client anymore. As a backstory, a few years ago, I did some photography projects for real clients and I got paid for this project. These projects mostly involves food photography, commercial photography, and a little bit of documentation photography. So I can comfortably say that I have some real experience when it comes to doing photography professionally for paying clients. And what I'm going to say is based on my real experience, not from some random articles in the internet or from some random YouTube videos that I found. I have to be really clear though, I am not against doing photography professionally as your main source of income. No. I think if you can do professional photography, then you are great. You have my salute. It's very nice to do that. But I just want to say that it's not for everyone, and that includes me. This video is not about discouraging you to not become a professional photographer, but rather you have to really think carefully about all the options, all the possibilities, all the risks, and all the benefits, so that if you commit to become a professional photographer, you are already prepared with what's going to happen. So now I will explain my reasons of why I don't want to become a professional photographer. First reason is because I want to have the ultimate creative control when it comes to photography. After my experience of doing photography professionally, I found out that I really don't enjoy being micromanaged by someone else when I'm doing my photography. I like to have my own vision, my own thing that I want to achieve, and I'd like to achieve it in my own way and turn it into a real picture. Doing photography professionally for a paying client means that you will have to meet the requirements of the client, and that might mean that the client will sometimes micromanage you a little bit. Yes, you can collaborate, you can brainstorm, you can discuss together with your clients and come up with a good idea together. However, you must also be prepared that not all clients are collaborative. Sometimes they just want to get what they want, and you have to be prepared for that. Second reason is because there might be a lot of photographers already in your area and you have a lot of competition. If you are living in a big city and you are considering to become a professional photographer, chances are there are already so many people doing that. So if you want to make a living as a professional photographer in this kind of environment, then you will have to really stand out from the rest of the competition. You really need a strong reason of why people should choose you over so many other different photographers. You need to come up with this strong selling point. Coming up with this kind of selling point is really tough in my opinion and from my own experience. But to be honest, it's still doable. In my own personal case, I couldn't really come up with a unique selling point, something strong to offer to anyone, because the other photographers, they are already doing what I'm going to do anyway, and they already doing it good. So I don't really come up with something better that I want to offer to the market. Next reason why I don't want to become a professional photographer is because the competition are already offering unsustainable price for their customers. In my own personal case, I can see that there are so many other photographers who are offering their services for very low price for their customers. This really makes it difficult for me to set up a really sustainable price for my photography business. Getting paid for just about $20 for a day's worth of work isn't something that's really feasible for my photography business. It takes way too much time and effort for something that's really not that much. Also, because becoming a professional photographer is considered as a freelance business, that means you don't always get a paying client every day. This means that your income will become very unpredictable. There are days that you will get paid a lot, there are days that you won't get paid at all, and you really have to consider this carefully if you want to become a professional photographer. Last but not least, my reason of not becoming a professional photographer is because doing professional photography destroyed my passion and joy of photography. Working for a client really takes away all the fun of doing photography because you have to meet someone's requirement. You have to really do what's being told. You cannot really put all sorts of different creative things into this kind of projects because the client might not always want them. So yeah, this really destroys my joy and passion for photography. I won't lie to you. I got burnt out after doing some paid projects a few years ago. After weeks or sometimes months of doing these photography projects with my clients, after these long hours of work, after all this micromanaging, after all these requests, these revisions that I had to do for my clients, I just feel so stressed, so tired, and so overwhelmed. After I finished my projects, I ended up not touching my cameras at all. I become disgusted when I look at my cameras simply because I started to associate my cameras with work and chores rather than fun. It took me a few months to be able to finally pick up my camera again and started to enjoy photography again, to start taking pictures for fun and just for myself and just enjoy doing photography. And all these months that passed, I really felt depressed because I don't really have any other hobby that I associate with fun. This is the biggest reason why I don't want to do professional photography for paying clients again in the future. I can make do with the low income, with the unpredictable income, with the competition, but if the joy and passion and fun is taken away from my hobby, from photography, then I don't think I can survive. And that is all the reasons of why I don't want to do professional photography for paying clients again in the future. As I said before, I am not against doing photography professionally for a paying client. If you are a professional photography, I salute you. You have my respect. That means you're able to stand out from the competition and you're able to deliver good service for your clients, and that's really nice. If you are considering to become a professional photographer, this video doesn't mean to discourage you at all. But what I want to say is that you have to really consider all the options, all the possibilities, all the risks and benefits before you commit yourself to become a professional photographer. And that is all for today's video. I hope that you find this video to be useful and enjoyable. If you have any experience about doing photography professionally for a client, please comment down below. And also if you have any questions, please comment down below as well. Also, don't forget to support my small channel by liking this video, sharing this video, and subscribing to my channel down below. It will really help me to motivate me to keep making these videos for you. Thank you and goodbye.